What is happening, guys? It's your boy, Snorklepirate. We are doing a different kind of adventure today, but it's definitely going to be an adventure. We're going camping, guys, but we're going camping up on the mountain. It's a spot with this massive rock that I like to go rappelling off of and stuff in the summer. It's a really cool place. I think you guys are really going to like it. But I had to come to Walmart first. I need to get a couple more supplies and then I'll be ready. Like, look at all this. Like, it's gonna be a lot of weight. So I'm gonna go get some supplies. We're driving to work. I'm leaving my car there because I just feel like it's the safest. And then we're gonna walk the rest of the way, which is gonna be a good little walk. But I'll go over some more stuff when I get to work. I need to get some supplies. It's already 1 o'clock. I was trying to be up on top of the mountain by like 2. So it's gonna probably be like 2:30 probably or so. But that should still give us plenty of daylight to get everything we need to get done. But I will go over more of that here in a second. Let's go get some supplies. All right, guys, so we got back from Walmart. I don't know. I feel like I spent less than I thought I was gonna spend and got more than I should have. Like, I don't yeah, I don't know. I got to Walmart and realized, like, forgot toilet paper. Like, that's pretty important. I forgot my cutlery and plates for the food tonight because I'm really smart. So here is the deal. We are going camping up on the mountain. So there are a couple of objectives that we need to accomplish today. Objective 1, make it to the top of the mountain, make it to the rock. Like you seen earlier, I have a bag full of stuff, plus this camera bag, and now I gotta find a place to put the stuff I just got from Walmart. There's a lot of weight in there. I have 2 liters of water alone in a hydration pack to drink. I have a Nalgene bottle full of water hanging on the front of it, and I have a Gatorade bottle right here that I'm taking too. So I have a lot of weight, a lot of kit that I'm taking with me. It's ridiculous. Plus, it might be overkill, but yo, the woods don't play fair. So also in the bag right now, which I will take out a little bit once we get into the woods. I just don't want to get through town and have like a big thing because of it. But I have the AR pistol in the bag. It's in 2 pieces. So I'm taking that, and I brought like 90 rounds of ammunition with me. You know, like, I'm not really planning on having to use it. Mostly, you know, it would be for some kind of wildlife, possibly like a bear or something. But I don't really even think I would have to shoot the bear because that is an AR pistol and it's a very short barrel. It is super loud. ARs in general are fairly loud weapons, but when you have a really short barrel like that, it is super loud. So mostly I'm bringing it as a deterrent. You know, if I were to see a bear or something, I could fire some rounds into the ground, and that's probably gonna scare away everything in a good radius. And if not, I have 90 rounds to shell out for whoever or whatever thinks they wanna try. Yeah, so that's in there, making things awkward. Like, if I didn't have that in there, I would have a lot more space to put stuff in the pack and not be hanging off of my pack like it currently is. It's a whole thing. There's food in here. There's a lot. So anyway, that's objective 1. Objective 2 is we need to make our shelter as quickly as possible so we have shelter. Not that I think it's going to rain or anything anytime soon, but the sooner we get that out of the way, the better. Objective 3, of course, then will be collect firewood, get a fire going, and sustain the fire. Right, I am going to hush now, and I'm going to go into work, probably get like a piece of chicken or something real quick. So I have some food because I haven't eaten anything yet, and that's pretty stupid. And then we're gonna get everything together and start our way up the mountain. And I will join back with you once we are on the trail for a little while. Okay, guys, I'm on the very beginning of the trail. And let me tell you, the walk to this point has been brutal. I should have weighed how much is in this bag. It has to be pushing 45 pounds. And it sucks. It really sucks. Literally just threw my bag down, paused on the side of this trail so I'm not in the mud, and get a breather because I'm dying. But I'm gonna walk a bit further up the trail so we're away from people's houses and stuff before I start pulling out protection from the bag. Once I start doing that, I can rearrange some stuff. It'll be a little bit lighter and it'll be more dispersed on my body. So hopefully that will make things easier, but the trail only gets more difficult from here. Like, it's an incline the whole way. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna get to the top and just breathe for like half an hour or something. But I had to shed the jacket. I was wearing the jacket because it was a little bit cold, but I am sweating. I'm dying, so I'm gonna have to squish that up and put it somewhere, tie it around my waist or something. It's just way too hot. All right, guys, let's get back on the trail. Oh. All right, guys, so I've taken the AR pistol out of the bag, and I took, so out of the three I took, there's a magazine in the weapon, and there's a magazine in my pocket. So between taking those three things out, like the weight of the pack just seems so much less. It still sucks though, because I'm still carrying that weight, just in different areas of my body. Oh, it's a beautiful day. So now look at the sun. Hey, we're maybe halfway there. Right up here, there's gonna be a set of switchbacks at the base of the mountain, essentially. And that, there's like 2, 3 of those. And then you'll reach the ridge, and it's flat up there. And that is where it gets awesome, because you don't have to walk up hills. And that is basically, at that point, you're only 5 minutes of walking from where we're going. So I don't know, we just gotta make it through the switchbacks and we'll be okay. Luckily tomorrow, I will have drank and used most of this water. And you know, the steak's not gonna be in there, the potatoes aren't gonna be in there. All of that stuff that's adding just little bits of weight won't be in there. It'll be a lot better. But yeah, I'm gonna get walking because I think here comes an ATV. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, coolest thing ever, man. Coolest thing ever. I just said, you know, there's like a 4-wheeler or something coming. There's a man named Gary. Gary was in a side-by-side, and Gary knew exactly where I wanted to come, and he said, I can give you a lift. And he dropped me right at the base of this rock. Basically, it's just a little trail. Oh my God. Oh, Gary, if you ever see this, man, you are too cool. I appreciate you so much. I told him I would have got up here any which way. You know, it would have taken me a lot longer though. Going down's a breeze. Coming up really stinks, especially with this much weight. But oh God, I gotta get through all the grown, dead briars and stuff in here. But oh man, my camera angle tried crazy. Oh man, that was way too cool. I am blessed right now, truly blessed. I am on cloud 9 because we are only a couple minutes walk from being where we're gonna be tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna go here, go to this rock, probably give you a view from the top or something, and we'll start setting up camp, man. Oh, feels good to have all the weight off. Okay guys, so I'm in this little part. It's kind of like almost like a cave. Check it out. I mean, obviously I'm not the first person to be here, but obviously they built a fire right here before, so I may put it there, or it goes up a little bit and I might put it up there. I'm not sure, but I might leave it here because it's got a nice little seat right here. Yo, and this is blocking all the wind from the other side of the mountain right now, so hopefully it keeps coming from that way. And like, this will be a nice place to have my fire and cook a meal tonight, and hopefully go live with you guys. I gotta check my cell service here. I haven't done that yet, I'm just so tired, but I'm scouting around right now where I think I want to try to put the hammock. I'd like it to be close to where the fire is, but I don't know, we might go up top. I gotta show you guys the view from up top and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out where we're gonna put the hammock, and we're gonna do that next. So objective 1 complete. Objective 2, we gotta build a shelter. We gotta get everything tied down, and because there's some good gusty winds today, so I need to make sure that my tarp's not gonna blow away, and try to get it in a good spot. There's 2 trees right over here, and they might work if I cut down this little tree that's in between them. We're gonna find out, but so glad to be up here. All right, let me take a breather, call some people, let them know I'm here, and we'll figure out where we're gonna sleep tonight. All right, guys, so I didn't bring like a head mount or a chest mount, so I just kind of went ahead and set up the hammock, and I figured it was easier to explain the process and the things that I've done and the things I'm trying. Maybe it'll work for you if you like hammocking. So here we go. We got to set up these 2 trees. I mean, I've sat in this thing and it feels pretty solid, so that's actually, I mean, I tried to shake that tree and it barely shakes, so it's small but mighty. So I thought maybe going to that tree was just a bit too far, and it probably would have been. So yeah, here it is. We already got the tarp up. Now this is a 4-wall tarp. So you can see these dangly bits, you know? You can take these and like fold them back. You can tie them out and get them out of the way. But tonight, this is where my head's gonna be. I will tie these to opposite stakes, and that's going to close that off and keep the wind from getting in there and robbing me of heat. And it has 2 more flaps on the far side, plus you got wind coverage here and here. Plus, the entire time I've been up here, I've been hearing wind, and this bad boy right here, this massive rock that I love. This massive rock right here that I love so much is blocking a massive amount of wind. So I'm hoping the wind keeps coming from that direction, and basically is gonna keep most of the wind off of me. If anything, there might be some wind coming this way, and hopefully these do their job really well. I've never used this tarp yet before. This is an E&O housefly rain tarp. Not expecting rain, but I am expecting a little bit of wind. So yeah, let's go in, because there's a new hammock set up, new hammock, all that jazz. This hammock has the continuous loop is like a massive piece of AM steel, and this, you see how this piece is big? This goes in and out of itself, works like a Chinese finger trap to add friction. So when you let it out, it'll hold it right there, or you can pull this in and shorten this length, and it'll hold it using friction on itself. And this stuff, it looks small, high strength ratio for the weight and everything. I don't know what size this is. The smaller size of AM steel, I think the working load is like 1,500 pounds. So, and there's a thicker one that's like 2,700 pounds or something ridiculous. So this stuff looks small and it might be concerning, but I'm telling you guys, don't even worry about it. This is super strong and it's super lightweight, and that's why I love this so much. On this side, I didn't have enough room to do what I did over there. So I have my strap going through, acting as a girth hitch, and it's coming down. And this is on a Marlin spike hitch. So this is actually resting on the knot. It's not really resting on the Marlin spike, but it makes a little knot, and you put a Marlin spike in there. You can use a stick or whatever. I got these, I think from Hammock Gear. They're little pieces of titanium. You're not gonna break them. Super handy, super small, lightweight because they're hollow. And you put the continuous loop right on there, and it sits on that, and that's your suspension for this side. So let's go check out the other side, and I'll show you how that's working. Now on this side, we got, on this side we got the same thing. We have my strap. I should have cleaned it up a little bit and made it flat, but whatever. But it has these little titanium hooks that come on here that loop onto your continuous loop. So this just hooks right on there and holds it on. You adjust the length. and you got your hammock. Also, guys, if you see this and you wonder what this is on here. So if you pull all the slack out of this rope, it will never fully close on itself or pull through, because it's got this little plastic BB in here to keep it from pulling through on itself and coming undone. So that's super clever. Inside we got the hammock, the War Bonnet, Blackbird XLC. It is super awesome. It is an asymmetrical hammock. So that means you lay diagonally. It's designed for you to lay diagonally, and it puts you more flat, and it's more comfortable. And I've slept in it and tested it out in the basement a lot. It's a super awesome hammock. If you're looking for a hammock, go check out War Bonnet. Their system is amazing. They have a whole system of parts that you can swap out for wintertime, summertime. This one, it comes standard with the bug net. I just left that on right now because the bug net will actually kind of slow down the heat exchange. It seems like a weird thing because it's a net and it lets air in and out, but it really does. I've been in the basement, been in there, got out, and felt the cool air of the basement getting into my little self-contained hammock space. So the holes are small enough that it kind of traps some heat a little bit. Let's talk about the tarp, because I am using a new system for like tarp guy wires and stuff, and they're pretty cool. Basically, use any stake that you want. This one's really buried. It's just a regular aluminum stake. Use whatever stake you want. But I got this system right here. So this is a piece of like bungee shock cord, and that connects to your corners. And there's this little titanium device that hooks onto that, and it has a hole in the bottom that this line feeds through. So you can pull the slack out. You pull the slack out, get it where you want it. And then there's actually another hook on the bottom of this clip. You probably can't see it, but you wrap this around the back and it snaps onto this wire and it won't let it go anywhere. But I kind of like this because it gives some wiggle room. So if there's like a real strong wind or something, maybe it'll, you know, give you just enough kind of elasticity to maybe not rip your stake out of the ground or blow your tarp away. So that's, I think, a really neat system. It's the really small pieces. You got to make sure you tie stopper knots on there so they don't come off, and keep track of everything. But I'm feeling really good about it. It was really easy to set up. I just put the stakes in, hooked up my guy wires, hooked up the little device, pulled it taut, tied it down, cinched it down, clipped the rope into place, the guy wire, and like it's done. Like, it was super fast and simple. I'm gonna leave links to all this stuff down below in case, you know, you're interested in this kind of stuff. I know this is a very different adventure, but it's a lot of fun. I'm ready. I'm excited. So yeah, this is home for tonight. And we got the big rock. I'll probably go up here in just a second and give you the wonderful view that is on top of Saltpeter's Cave. So yeah, I'll probably do that, and then we're gonna work on collecting tinder and larger firewood and getting that ready for tonight, so I can have the fire and get ready to cook an amazing steak, hopefully, and some red skin potatoes. Gonna be delicious. I have some self-service here, so I've been listening to music and stuff, help keep animals and whatnot away, alert people of my presence and whatnot. And hopefully it's enough signal that I can go live tonight and hang out with you guys. So I got like a video light with me. I got my phone. We got 3 battery banks with me so I don't run out of juice. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna put on my underquilts real quick before I forget to do that tonight, because I will be cold if I don't put the underquilts on. So the underquilt's nothing special. It's a layer of insulation that goes underneath of your hammock and traps your body heat under you, because when you're hammocking, your #1 enemy is always going to be convection, cold air going under you, robbing the heat and replacing it with cold air. The underquilt will help stop that. It's going to go down to like 23 tonight, maybe more. So I have an underquilt that's rated for 0 degrees. That is part of the War Bonnet system, works really well. But just in case, I went ahead and brought my other summertime underquilt, and I'm gonna stack them because you can stack things like, you can stack top quilts, you can stack under quilts, and I'm thinking that would probably get me to like maybe -10, possibly up to -20. I don't know how the rules of that works, but well below 0 it should keep me warm, so I should be quite toasty tonight. I have the top quilt as well. I also have a puffy jacket that I can flip around, put on top of me, and still have heat come out my back and warm up the air in the underquilts, and then put the top quilt on top of all that. So I'm betting, everybody's like, it's gonna be cold, but I am willing to bet that I'm gonna start sweating tonight. I feel pretty confident about that. I'll let you know in the morning. But yes, I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna go up top. I'm gonna show you this awesome view, show you the strip mine right across the way. Yeah, then I'm gonna start collecting firewood, because it is gonna be 5 o'clock soon. So I wanna get that all out of the way while I still have this beautiful sunlight, and get ready to have a fire, and hopefully have enough wood where I can keep that going pretty long tonight, even though the fire's gonna be way down there because I don't want to burn my stuff, but I want the smoke and stuff to kind of ward off critters. And then in the morning I'll probably stoke it back up to get warm and make a little bit of food and stuff and sit around it. So yeah, let me get my underquilts under here. I'll go show you this awesome view. Be right back, guys. Whew. All right, guys, we're up here, and I can tell you, like, you can probably hear it. There's some windy gustage up here. Like, it's coming from behind me, which is the opposite side of where our camp is down there, and the wind's coming from that way. So that's super awesome. That should block a lot of the wind tonight and be super warm, which there's not even going to be a whole lot of wind after like 10 p.m. It's supposed to die down a lot to like 2 miles an hour, so it shouldn't be bad at all. Check out this view, guys. See that? All of that strip mine all the way over to there. But look what a beautiful view that is. It's amazing. Interestingly enough, when I come up here, I get 5G, and when I get down there, I only have 4G. Pretty weird. So I'm probably gonna chill up here for a little bit right before I get that firewood. I still got a good amount of daylight left, but I'm gonna download Tombstone to my phone because I've never watched Tombstone. Popped up on TikTok, and I'm like obsessed with wanting to watch it now. It looks so good. So I'm gonna download Tombstone, and I'm gonna watch that in the hammock tonight before I go to bed. So while I got 5G up here, I take advantage of that, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to download and watch some good Western movieage tonight. But here, I'll show you. Oh, usually over here is where I like to rappel. You can go off of that one. Actually, you can go right there, and you can see it has a wall. But if you go over further, it's just a cliff. So you can like sit and just rappel yourself down, or you can come over here and use this stone that goes all the way down and use that to walk and rappel. But it's pretty fun. I was gonna put some climbing anchors up here, but this stone, the rock, whatever the rock is on top, because you can see the layers, you know, whatever this is on top, super hard. I used a hole drill battery, maybe got 1/4 of an inch of a hole. Like absolutely nothing. Ridiculous. So I don't know, I need a battery powered hammer drill, and maybe that'll do the trick, so I can put those stainless steel anchors in, and then I don't have to use these sketchy trees. They're a little small, some of them. It'd be way better to have those stainless steel anchors in there. They're not going to rust anything. They're going to be there for a very long time and be very dependable. So that would be a lot of fun, but yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna hang up here for a little bit, see how fast this movie's downloading or not, and then we're gonna start getting firewood. But should be pretty easy. There's lots of dead trees and stuff falling from winter and stuff, and a lot of them are snapping pretty easy. That means they're real dry, so that's good. So I'll get a bunch of kindling, see if I can get some bigger pieces, and hopefully get a nice little fire going. All right, guys, the sun, I don't know if you can see it from here, it's going down. So very shortly here, I'm gonna start getting this fire going and get ready for some steak and potatoes. We're not gonna completely hoof it. I have like a ferro rod, and we're gonna try to get some sparks going and do it that way. I do have a lighter if I need to cheat, but I really want to try to do it that way. But I mean, we're not doing like a bow drill or anything this time out anyway, but we'll try to get some sparks going and get those pine needles to light, and then put them in some leaves, and then start adding these little twiggy things, and then we'll add the kind of medium size, and then we'll start moving into the larger pieces of wood and stuff. So get that going, get warmed up, get the cast iron skillet in there, get the steak going, get the potatoes going, and have some delicious food, and get ready to start wrapping the night up. All right, let's try to get this fire going. So we're gonna put my pine needles in the middle here and try to get that going, and then put some leaves on top, and then start adding little twigs and stuff, and hopefully that works and I don't look like a complete failure. So, but shout out to my sister-in-law who got me this. It's got like a whistle and stuff on it, and super handy. I finally get to use it. This is like the first real life use of this. So come on, just give me an ember, give me an ember, give me an ember. I'm trying to. Come on. Ooh. See, I'm looking like a failure right now. So I'm hoping it's gonna like first time, boom, and look really cool. And now I just look like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let's do that a whole bunch. See what happens. I don't even see any embers. That sucks. All right, guys. This is plan B. This is something I made a long time ago, so I don't even know if it'll still work. In theory, it should. Basically, you take a bunch of old newspaper or whatever, you soak it in water, and you shred it, and you put it in like a muffin tin or just some kind of something that you can have two of, and you smash it down, drill holes in the bottom, so it lets the water out, and it dries the paper in a little coin shape. Then you dip, once it's fully dry, you dip that in wax, and that keeps it from getting wet, and you just snap it kind of open and like tear the edges, and it should catch on fire pretty easy. At least it used to. It's been years since I've made these. So we're gonna find out what happens. I'm gonna try to break this open because you want to get the wax. It's flaking pretty good, and because it has wax, like once you get it on fire, it burns slow. So I'm gonna try to get the camera here. We're gonna try to light this on fire and then move it to the pile of needles. And oh. Oh, this stuff used to be so good. I'm gonna have to tear it a little bit more to make sure we get the inner fibers. Try to scratch off some of that material. There we go. There we go. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna move this over here, and we're gonna put this. Ooh. Just try to move this whole. Ooh. Still has some of that material in there, but see, it burns really good. Yeah, there we go. Let's move the camera back. We don't want to smother too much, but we do want to get it going. little stickies in here. These little baby stickies. Yeah, we got most of the twiggies on here now, which is good, because then we can start moving to some larger pieces here. Ooh, that fire feels good though. Ooh, that feels good. Sorry, Dad called, but we got some taters going here a little bit. Didn't bring any tongs or anything, so just gonna have to stir these with my survival knife and stuff, I guess. And I don't got anything to like move the pan around with, so it's gonna be an interesting meal tonight, guys. Interesting meal. Super roughing it. I have to give me a stick to turn my steak over. Oh Lord. But yeah, we're gonna cook up these taters. We are gonna get my New York strip on, and hopefully this is extra super good. Ooh, okay. Just finished watching Tombstone. Good movie. It's definitely getting cold out. I don't know. Let's see if I can get my watch to update. It says it's 29 right now. It is a little cold, but I think that's because when I was watching Tombstone, like I was laying more center so I could see my phone better. So now I think that I can move asymmetrical like you're supposed to be. The underquilt will do a better job, and yeah, I'm gonna get ready to tuck in, go to sleep. I'm tired, my legs hurt. All right, hopefully I'll see y'all in the morning, because batteries are starting to die because it's so cold. So I'm gonna sleep like with the GoPro in my pocket or something, and hopefully I still got battery tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Don't let the pet bugs bite. Oh, good morning, lovely people. It's a brisk like 30 degrees, so I'm trying to get the fire back up. It, went out in the middle of the night. It lasted a long time. I'd wake up a couple different times and still see some orange glowing. So, and the ashes were still pretty warm today. So, even though it got really cold last night, that fire kept going for a while. So, but I have my fuel for my little burner in my pocket, because it doesn't like to burn when it's cold like this. So I'm trying to heat it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna try my fried rice or just make some ramen noodles. Probably just make some ramen noodles because it's quick and easy, and I'll eat those and start packing everything up and start the trek back down the mountain. Not looking forward to that. My legs are still super crampy, and man, I can't wait to get down and get to my car and go home and take a hot shower. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this fire going a little bit more, guys, so I can get some heat and warm up my hands and toes and stuff. That was the biggest issue in the hammock last night, was my toes. I need to find a solution to keep some more heat on my feet in that thing when it's in these kind of temperatures. But overall, pretty successful night. Yeah, I'll be right back with you here in a minute. Probably while I eat some food, maybe. I need to get this fire going a little bit better, though. Sorry I skipped the entire walk down. That was rough. That was worse than coming up. Granted, I got a ride coming up, so I don't know the full experience, but just like the area I was at, you had to climb up a pretty steep hill to get on that little mini ridge and walk that, and there was a bunch of boulders and briars and stuff you got to go through, and to get to the kind of flat trail of the mountain. And I swear to you, I had to stop like at least 10 times to take a breather. Like, I was dying. Like, I'm pretty sure like I just used all my energy yesterday getting up there and doing stuff. Pushed myself really hard this time. I still feel pretty not great. My shoulder's killing me. My legs are killing me. I got some stuff at work. I got some fries and stuff to try to eat. Ate those. Felt kind of, ooh, for a minute. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I also got like some pop just to get some sugar. I was worried about my blood sugar being low or something, but it might have. Then you're at the point where it's going to take it and it's going to skyrocket it up. So I'm trying to do it in moderation and just like, I'm in a weird like transitioning back and forth and I just feel gross. So I'm going to go inside, take a shower, get nice clean clothes, and I'm going to take a nap. And then hopefully when I wake up, I should feel a lot better. Especially now I got a little bit of food in me and stuff. I don't know, guys. That was crazy. That was a crazy adventure. Still happy I did it. You know, I survived the elements. I survived the cold. I survived the walk. Barely. That's one of those things that, like, until you push yourself to do something like that, you'll never really be sure that you can do it. And I'm not gonna lie, the way down, man, when I was climbing up that first little bit to get to the trail, I don't know, I couldn't even envision myself getting to the trail from there, which isn't that far away, but it was a lot. I kept having to stop and sit and just like, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to get off this mountain. But you know what? I pushed through. Once I got to the trail, it was a lot better. Took like an hour and a half or something, but I pushed through, persevered, and yeah, now I get to come back to a life of comforts. All right, guys, I know that was a super weird adventure, and it was probably, I did a bad job of filming. I was mostly just trying to get stuff done, like make sure I had firewood and all of that, because, you know, you're fighting daylight and you got to make sure you get that stuff done. You got to make sure camp's set up. Maybe I'll go camping somewhere else sometime that's a little closer to home, and like I don't have to climb up a mountain, and I can just drive there to the campsite and be a little more in depth. But hopefully you enjoy the adventure anyway. I did enjoy it. I feel and look like death right now, but it was fun. I had fun. It was awesome. Actually getting to use the hammock outdoors like that and test the whole system, and then making a fire, and like, I don't know. It's something very primal about it that, you know, some people get that and some people don't get that. Mrs. Pirate, not about that life. But, you know, like, I don't know. I love it now. I wasn't into this kind of stuff when I was a kid, but like now I'm like, yeah, let's forge fire with our bare hands and go hunt a bear with a knife or something. Beating the elements, you know. Surviving Mother Nature. I'm rambling too much. I need to take a nap. Like, thanks for coming on this weird, crazy adventure. Be glad you didn't have to walk it. Be glad you just had to, like, sit and watch. So, I love all you guys. Remember, go out there, make your own adventures. Life's short. Have fun. Peace, y'all.